Whoa! Okay, I'm not normally a big Johnny Harris guy. However, I love European bread. As much as I dog on Europe, I secretly low-key am jealous of their bread. And I would love to know why and how our bread is so much shittier. It bothers me. Let's get an answer, Johnny Harris. Why is our bread so much worse?
I love bread.
There's so much.
Ari says this all the time. Apparently this is a commercial that played everywhere for Oprah's something. Ari always goes, whenever I say anything about bread, she goes, I love bread.
Fun fact, Oprah bought 10% of the company Weight Watchers and then posted this tweet, which caused the stock to double in one day. She walked away with $12.5 million.
I love bread.
There is so much good bread in France. On every corner, there is a bakery that is pumping out delicious, fresh, well-made bread.
It's so fresh.
This is not easily available to me, and I want to know why. Why is it that the bread that I can get easily looks very, very different? Why is it that the US sucks at making bread? In fact, let me just show you what that looks like.
This is how a lot of us Americans get our bread.
Freedom.
Sigh.
My favorite part is when they make this plastic look like it's steaming. It's just like foggy plastic to be like, this was just baked right now. And it's like, no, this was actually baked like 3 weeks ago in a factory in like Connecticut.
Tastes better that way.
It's even made with real butter.
Always buy Wonder Bread. You'll be glad you did.
The reason I'm purchasing this bread is because I want to bring it with me to France, just to like have an example lesson, and I may use it as a pillow because it's literally as soft as a Nova foam pillow.
So he is comparing like grocery store bread to bakery bread, which I am seeing already in the chat, and I think that is a good point. However, I am of the opinion that there is some truth here in that I just had easy access to delicious bread when I lived in Europe. I don't even know how to describe it except that there was good bread everywhere. Like no matter where, everywhere you're eating, there's good bread. And now I don't have it. I don't feel like I get good bread often. And so there's gotta be something. There's gotta be something to this. And I mean actually good. I mean even US bakeries, I don't think they're as good. I think there's something wrong, bro.
Okay, so yeah, we know that France is good at bread and the US sucks at it. Is this just another video where I shit on the USA for being terrible at certain things? Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. But hear me out. I actually have something to say here. I believe that bread...
I'm about to stand up for my country here. I'm gonna start fucking wolfing down a full thing of Wonder Bread at the start of every stream, okay?
Where industrialized bread came from, why it exists, and how some people are trying to change it. So, let me explain in under a minute the overview of the tens of thousands of years of history of bread and its chemistry and why it's so important.
Okay.
Don't think I can do it in under a minute? Check this out. 12,000 years ago, humans realized that they could plant this grass instead of just foraging for it. This grass was called wheat, and when it was ground up with a stone, it made this powder that, if you put water with it, creates this stretchy, goopy thing that has a bunch of sugar from the flour that's been released. Oh look, wow. All the bacteria in the air love this sugary goop. Nice. And they descend to feast on it, burping out gas as they eat. Whoa, the gas can't float up into the air because it's getting trapped in this stretchy ball of goop, like a balloon, like a pillow, like magic. Magic. All this feasting and burping is making it rise and turn into a pillowy thing that is way bigger than it was. Put this blob next to some fire, and all of the little bubbles that were just created turn hard.
God,
wait,
that looks
all of
good.
this can happen because of this one grass? Yes. Cool, let's plant a lot more of this grass and build all of human civilization off of it, said humans. So that is bread, like the oldest and most important prepared food item that humans have ever invented. Eventually, humans got really good at doing this bread, flour, water, yeast thing, and especially here in France, they took it really seriously and have created a whole culture around making bread delicious and amazing.
Oh, that looks good.
And you
right
can
there.
see that they've continued that.
Bro. This is
delicious.
You get one of these sandwiches and they're fresh, and you just get it, and it's a fucking tasty ass fucking sandwich. And it's got like, it's just fucking fresh and tasty. God damn it. They're so good. Looks like Panera. Fuck you. Unironically, fuck you, dude. No, it's not fucking Panera bread, dude. There's a fucking difference. You can taste the difference.
There are 30,000 independent bakeries in France. Compare that to the 3,000 that are in the United States. And then remember that the US has like a much larger
Subway
population.
clears.
And if you do
Dude, Oh, it hurts me to hear you say that. Bro, I like Subway. Don't get me wrong. I'm a sandwich guy in general. Subway is not clear, bro. That's so America pilled that I can't even jokingly agree. Subway clears. Just a fucking beautiful fresh loaf of bread with fresh meats and cheeses on it. No, I think I'd rather have Subway, bro.
Do all the math.
I get a
you see
$5
that France
footlong
has
with a
50
cookie.
times more bakeries per capita than the United States. 50 times. I mean, that is such a clear indication of how much they value good bread that is baked a certain way.
Here with Mr. Local over here. Yeah. Local French food in France.
Yes. 94% of Parisians live less than 5 minutes away from a bakery.
That's probably...
And
That's
that
it.
shows you they care. They care. It's like you hear stuff like that and you're like, this is their priority.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because French people are so stinky and bad that they have to like not hang out with each other because the smell is so offensive that they have time to focus on bread? Is that a logical through line? Can we agree on that? Does that seems to track? Okay. I'm French and I agree with you saying this. I'm sorry, is that how you actually said it or did I fill that in? I'm French and I just arrived on you. Hey, welcome. You know, last week I was complimenting your nuclear system. So you can't always get compliments when you jump in here. That's not how it works, all right? Give and take.
Like it's very much, no, you sit down, you make it a thing. It's just a part of the way of life here.
Yeah.
People come into the boulangeries almost on a daily basis and they check in with each other. It's like, hey, how you doing? You know, I'm doing great. This is what's happening.
Isn't that kind of cringe though? Don't you notice how everyone who's spending their time eating long lunches in parks is not increasing any shareholder value? Like not even any? Isn't that odd? What stock is rising on that? I don't even see them filming it. They're not even getting any views. I feel like we could improve this by, I think the bread is good, don't get me wrong. We take the bread, but leave everything else and you just eat it silently at your desk while working. I feel like that, then we have the best of both worlds. So you're sitting down, you're at your desk, you don't talk to anybody, you're stuffing it in your face as quickly as possible, not really enjoying it while and all of a sudden you're getting bam, 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 bam.
Why are these bread cultures so different? And the answer comes down to what America was founded on. I mean, a reminder that America is a country founded by a bunch of people who left their country to go make a new life, to do things differently, to do things more individualistically. And the way that expressed itself for a really long time was mechanization, industrialization. And to be clear, in the history, Britain was as much to blame for all of this mechanizing of bread as America was.
That's insulting.
But anyway, we're talking about the USA for a little bit. So by the 1920s, you had this machine that was invented, an automatic bread slicer. Hello, convenience, innovation, America. No more serrated knife versus a tough, crusty loaf. Now the machine will do it for you. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Oh, so that's where we're at. This is the greatest thing, says America. And Europe was like, wait, yeah, we like machines too, but like not for bread. Slice this bread and you make your bread spoil faster. We don't need a machine for sliced bread. But the automatic slicer was just the beginning for America.
No, I'm just getting warmed up.
I've noticed some bigger commentary and video essay type YouTubers do this, and I need to steal it. Whenever I am talking about something, find a vaguely relevant, actually not even relevant quote from a movie and just toss that in. Toss that in like, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Just have them say it because it's kind of like a reference. It also breaks it up in your brain. So your brain gets, you know, it's like now it's Al Pacino saying something. Yeah, kind of Family Guy it, but even more unrelated. Just toss that in.
Let's make it, I don't know, not spoil as fast. One way to do this is to take the part of the wheat berry that has oils in it, the husk and the bran, and get rid of it. Focus on the big carb-loaded berry in the middle. But there had to be a more industrial solution to make the bread last longer, to be whiter, to be softer. And it's the 1950s, and Europe is like, whoa, dude, America, chill out. Like, bread is just bread. We've been doing this for literally tens of thousands of years. Let's just, like, stick to the program. And America's like, no. So America starts adding all of this stuff to their bread, bleaches and dough conditioners, and suddenly they're putting their bread into controlled chambers so that it will be hot enough to rise faster. And they're putting preservatives in so that their bread can now sit on a shelf for not just 1 or 2 days like it should, but 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, a whole week, and it's still soft. It is still white. It is still spongy and delicious. But it now has 15 ingredients instead of 3. And it's cheap,
More ingredients,
and
better
convenient,
pizza.
and stable, and America is loving this, and Europe is like, whoa. You took this way too far. This is not bread anymore.
Does that really answer my question? I mean, I guess there's some of it, but I already know that Wonder Bread is not fucking the bread that I'm looking for. That's a different thing for different people, whatever. I'm more like, even if I'm at a restaurant, you know, the bread quality is a little bit worse. It's just not, that's what I want. That's what I want to know, why the fucking, it's just not that level. It's not that fucking.
Some bread in the US has taken it so far that they will put in additives that keep it spongy and soft, or that keep it really white, even though these additives are known to like cause cancer and inflame asthma and do all of these terrible things. Many of these additives that are legal to be put in American bread are literally illegal in Europe and many other countries. Azodicarbonamide is one of them. This is a whitening agent. But you know what? This product, ADA, also helps other things stay softer, like yoga mats. ADA is in yoga mats to make them spongy and soft, and it is banned in the EU and many other countries.
Yoga is banned in the EU?
This is why I think bread is a useful symbol for broader American culture. It shows us how far we are willing to go to prioritize things like cheapness and convenience over tried and true methods that have been baked into culture.
Of course, industrialized bread exists here as well. It doesn't have some of the carcinogenic ingredients that are not allowed in the EU, but it still has all of the dough conditioners, bleaches, still artificially risen, all of that. The difference is that it is rare. It is much more rare here. What is much more common is the ability to go to your local bakery and get bread that only has a few ingredients. And it's the ingredients that humans have been using for tens of thousands of years to make this staple food.
The feeling that I generally have is that this is how it should be. And then when I go elsewhere and you have other kinds of bread that last kind of bizarre amounts of time, you know, you're like, this is not really how it should be. You get calibrated to kind of this new standard here, and it kind of ruins you.
I feel like I got the point. I feel like I got the point here, and this guy's, from one waffler to another, you know how to stretch this shit out, bro. You know how to stretch this shit out, I swear to God.
I went and watched the rest of the video just to make sure Big A wasn't missing anything. He basically said the same things again, but he did add that it is starting to change in the US. People are starting to make this UK style bread, although it's not as accessible as it should be. Other than that, he added a bunch of random movie clips, so Big A didn't miss out on too much.
That did not get me to the question I was hoping would answer.